How do they get the lips looking so shiny?
Ooh, and put that away. I don't want face powder all over my food.
Kathy Kirby and them, do you know, I think it looks dead sexy.
I suppose they just keep sticking their tongues out.
Oh, yeah, I can just imagine it. Let me go. Let me go. Oh, give over. They use some stuff.
I said put that away. The hygiene people would go mad if they saw that over my counter.
Oh, looking in my mirror.
Oh, come on, kid, you're gorgeous. Anyway, if you make too much longer, this ice cream will be melted. Come on, get a move
Hey,
on.
is that all, Elsie?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. No, I'll take a pack of these mixed milk chocolate fingers. It'll do for him to have with his cup of tea.
Hey, and Danny's having his tea with us.
No, he's got to be at school for 8:30. Now, come on, love.
Hey, it's not 6 o'clock yet.
Oh, Florrie, you're not to a minute, surely.
Well, she wasn't all that early this morning. Oh, all right, go on.
Oh, well, no one will come in now, will they?
Oh, let him just look at the face at the window.
Thank you very much.
If it had to be anybody, it had to be you.
Cuthbert, if you had bad breath, what would you do?
Oh, go on, I'll serve him off you.
Aye, aye, some lads are going to cop for it tonight, aren't they, darling?
Hey,
There's going to be some gin and tonic sunk around here. I don't know what your tipple is, though, chick.
I don't mind a nice liqueur.
Oh, I knew it wouldn't be something cheap.
It's a nice thought. I wish it were true.
Hey, does he think we've got every date?
Oh, no, it's just his nature. He's dead jealous.
Jealous? I feel sorry for the poor slobs.
Aye. Well, you don't deserve it, but I'm going to put you out of your misery. I'm going round to Elsie's for my tea, you see, and I'm going to get my feet up with the carpet baggers and a nice box of peppermint creams. Are you satisfied?
No, I'm not. Who's going to pander to my needs in the Rovers while you're reading your dirty book?
Oh, it's my night off. I'm not a flipping machine, you know.
Now, what about you, darling? One of the world's workers, if you like. Are you going out on one of your little mysterious nocturnal errands? Or is it your night for the peppermint creams and
Am
all?
I eckers like? I only work 3 nights a week.
Yeah, but is it hard graft? I mean, are you on your toes the whole time?
I heck, I'd be deadbeat working all day like I do at the shop.
Yeah, but is it the same sort of work? You know, are you serving and all that?
I see. Nosy as well as jealous. Ta-ra. Come on, Irma.
Hey, can I come and turn your pages for you, then?
Give over.
Florrie, you know this job that she's got, you know what it is?
Haven't a clue. Hey, do you know, I've wondered about that myself. Must be something out of the ordinary, though.
What makes you say that?
Well, you know, Elsie, she's not going to settle for any dreary old thing, is she?
No. No, I don't suppose she would.
Somebody must be responsible. You have to find out.
What for?
Well, he can't go unchecked. There must be a foreman or something.
Oh, he's probably the worst at lot.
Ah, well, it's getting so that I positively dread walking down that street. You know the next thing that's going to happen, I shall come out in my nervous rush again.
Well, what do you expect when you walk past a building site? All workmen are the same.
Well, I mean, Jack, nobody minds a little whistling. In a way, it's rather complimentary, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. It's never happened to me. When it does, I'll start worrying.
Oh, Jack, I do wish you wouldn't try to be frivolous just when I'm feeling so upset. You might be a little bit more considerate. You know, really, it's dreadful of you. It's very, very unkind.
Well, if the language was as bad as you say it is, I dare say somebody will do something about it before long.
I know, but who? At a time like this, everybody leaves it to everybody else. And in the meantime, the whole thing goes unchecked. I mean, some of those men, they look as though they would flick out a knife as soon as... Look at you.
Find a mile and 20 fags.
Oh. Tipped?
Ah, if you don't mind.
Right. So.
Bah, yuck, this weather. I'm sweating cobs. It's going to rain, too, I'll tell you.
I suppose you're one of those working at that building site, too.
Eh?
Because if you are, I wish you would tell your friends to tone it down a little. I've just been discussing their behaviour with my husband. The whole thing is quite unnecessary.
Right, old missus. Leave it to me. I'll see the gaffer. Now, where can I find him?
Well, where are you working, of course, at the building site on Rosamond Street.
Rosamond Street, where's that?
Annie, come here a minute. He's not one of them. It sticks out a mile.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, well, in that case, I owe you an apology, Mr.
Ogden. Stan Ogden. What for?
Well, it seems I jumped to a rather hasty conclusion.
How many times have I told you about that, eh?
No, I'm not worried, missus. No, with a gut like this, I wouldn't be a brickie. Trucking's my game, long-distance stuff. Hard ticks, you know. You're quiet tonight, aren't you?
Oh, it's early yet.
Ah.
They'll be in, you know, before after tea time.
Yeah. I suppose you know everybody hereabouts, do you?
Well, all right, no do.
You know a young lass working for Florrie Lindley come here recent?
No, Oh, yes. We know her, and she is typical.
How do you mean?
Oh, she's the sort that makes those workmen behave like they do, wiggling past them in a short, tight skirt. No wonder it provokes comment.
Aye, now, come on, she's not that bad a lass.
She is common, Jack. That is the only word for it.
Annie, love, Mr. Ogden's asking about her. Perhaps he's a friend of hers.
No, that's all right.
Oh, well, it isn't that we know her all that well. I'm sure she's a perfectly nice girl. She just works here occasionally, you know.
Here? All right.
Ah, 2 nights a week. You do know her then?
In the manner of speaking.
Oh. You see, I thought you were just asking about her because you'd seen her working at the shop. I'm sure she's a charming girl
Look,
when you
don't
get
fret
to know
yourself,
her.
love. It doesn't bother me either way. Everybody to his own opinion in this world, I say. If you don't mind.
Mind you, I'm not saying I can get it exactly the same.
Oh, you know, I think yours always looks dead nice, and I seem to have, like, piles of pins sticking out of mine all the time, you know.
Aye, well, it's a knack that you have. When you've been doing it as long as I'm doing it, you'll know.
Hey, how's me dandruff going on?
What, dandruff?
I've got some honest, it, like, come on all of a sudden.
It looks all right to me. Hey, by the way, did you have enough feet at tea time?
What's that got to do with dandruff? Hey, come here. You know, I wanted to ask you. Do you think that I've got skinny legs?
Yeah, just like Sparrow's ankles. Give
Oh.
her. You know, I tell you who did have a lovely head of hair. Our Linda.
Oh, is that your daughter?
Aye, you could do anything you like with that. Mind you, she had that sort of hair, you know. She took after her Grandma Tanner for that. She took after her in temper and all.
Well, what was she like?
Oh, she was a right madam. I used to say to her, I hope one of these days that you'll have a daughter just like yourself.
Bet you miss her, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. Oh, heck. Now, look. Just you put your hand on there. Stick tight and don't let go, else I'll murder you.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
It's chucking it down out there.
Oh, Elsie, my arm's aching.
Just hold them and give them to me one at a time, as I tell you to do.
Hey, are you trying to do my wife out of a job?
She's only combing me up. She's very good at it.
Yeah, and I'm a very talented person.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll not let on if you do something for me.
Hey, listen, I want to ask you something. Have a look at this. Do you think that I've got skinny legs? No, do you, though?
Well, let's have a look then. No, as a matter of fact, love, you've got very nice legs.
Yeah, well, I'll do that, Betty Hadfield. Oh, Carrie wants to see her. She's a bandy rotten little...
Yeah, all right, all right. What is it, Ken?
What? Oh, the over 60s bazaar.
Thank you very much. I could see the connection right away.
Well? No, seriously, Elsie, we'd like your help.
Well, who's we?
Albert Tatlock and I, he's doing the main organising, I'm just helping out, you know.
Look, Ken, love, I think you're gorgeous. I'd do anything for you, but somehow or other, I just don't see myself at the over 60s bazaar. It's not quite my cup of tea.
Well, the trouble is, we're very short-handed. I was hoping you were going to say yes.
Well, what good would I be? I'd be neither use nor ornament.
Oh, you would. I know what you could do.
What?
Fortune telling.
Oh.
Yeah. Madame Elsie and her crystal ball. And the card, the Black Queen.
No, as a matter of fact, we were hoping you'd help out with the refreshments.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, well, we want some help on the second-hand store.
Oh, the
too.
fortune teller. I fancy that kid.
Oh, nonsense. I mean, you don't think people would be interested in that rubbish, do you?
Oh, what? Are you kidding?
They'd queue up a mile long.
Well, I know it's only kidology, but you've got to have some idea.
Look, all you need is the gift of the gab, and nobody can say I haven't got that shipped, and I'll show you. Hey, up, give us your hand, kid.
Oh,
Right.
here we go.
Pass me palm with silver first. It's dirty, little monkey. Come here. Oh, yes. Oh, very fascinating. Yeah, I see money for a start.
Oh,
That's
look
very
at you
good.
then.
Yeah, and I see a journey in the air.
Ah, well, he slipped up there because I don't like flying.
Wait a minute, no, it's not
God.
quite clear. It's coming to me. No, it's in over the sea, it is. Yes, that's
Crafty
it.
thing.
Oh, there's a dispute here, unless it's dirt. Wait a
No,
minute.
that'll be Betty Hadfield. Do you know, she's that bandy, she couldn't stop a pig in entry.
Hey, up, wait a minute. Here's what you're waiting for.
Oh.
A man.
Oh, where?
Well, he's about to enter into your life.
What sort of man?
Well, he's tall, dark, and now's your
Oh,
father.
Elsie, they all say tall, dark, and handsome and what have you.
Oh, do they? Well, that just shows you how good I am.
Yeah.
Mr. Whitworth promised to give us some bunting. He should look very gay. Whitworth out of Tower Street? Edgar Whitworth, do you mean?
He's just been made a JP. He's very kind. He's letting us have it free of charge.
Kind? He's had them fussy little flags bundled up in his warehouse since the Coronation. He couldn't get shut of them then, and he's not been able to get shut of them since. He's doing no kindness to anybody but himself.
Oh, well, I dare say they'll add to the festive atmosphere.
Yes, there'll be a lot of mothballs on a very long piece of string, you know. I see you've not changed it yet.
You mean my ring? No.
Oh, well. I suppose it'll make no matter. If it's going to happen, it'll happen.
What will?
Things. Life's either good or bad because people make it so. Whether you walk under a ladder, break a mirror, spill the salt, or wear a opal engagement ring.
Yes, that's just what I think. It's all a lot of nonsense, that stuff, isn't it?
Mind you, there's no getting away from the fact that nothing went right for poor Agnes Bracewell after she got hers.
Her ring?
One long chapter of accidents it was. Mind you, I'm not saying it had anything to do with it.
No, no, of course not.
But personally myself, I don't know why you don't change it for a nice amethyst instead.
Ah, ladies. Hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Waiting for what?
Commence the preparations.
You tempting the fates again?
I beg your pardon?
Umbrella.
Oh, we'll have your little joke.
Actually, we have already made a small start.
Oh, really? What on?
Well, arranging which stalls shall go where, how much room each one shall have, that sort of thing.
Really? Well, I think that was a little precipitate of you, Miss Nugent. After all, I've only just worked out the modus operandi.
The what?
The plan of campaign. Now, as I see it, we have the hoopla stall over here.
Well, they can get rid of
The
that
refreshments
already.
I beg your pardon?
You've got it all wrong. The refreshment stalls go in there. The raffle is here, and the hoopla is by the window, not next to the door.
The old clothes is one of the biggest, so we thought we'd have that up there on the stage to make room for the stalls.
Just a moment, please. Just one moment. By whose authority have you ladies made all these arrangements? I spent a lot of time and trouble on this.
Well, you could have saved yourself the effort. It's all been done by Albert Tatlock.
Tatlock? What's he got to do with it? I'm in charge of organising the bazaar, not Tatlock. He's merely a helper. A cog in the wheel.
Right, well, I've got news for you. Worms have a habit of turning, and your cog's moved up and shoved you out. He's in charge of the thing now, and you're just one of the labour. Yes, what's next on the agenda?
Well, according to Mr. Tatlock's list, he wants all the chairs stacked against the far wall to make room for the stalls.
I see. Right. Get stacking.
Tough luck, mate.
You were telling us about the Western Desert, Mr. Ogden.
Oh, aye, I was driving a 3-tonner at the time, 75 miles to Benghazi, you know. Had a load of hand grenades on the back, enough to blow this place from here to Birmingham.
All right.
Aye. One bump in the road, and the old convoy would have gone up.
I say, Mr. Ogden.
Ah, but I battled on. I had an Arab bint waiting for me in Benghazi.
An Arab bin... Oh, you mean an Arab girl?
Aye, well, I was drumming along, thinking about the couscous I was going to have for my tea, when...
Oh, German patrol.
Patrol nothing, mate, Stokers.
My goodness.
I slapped my anchors on. I was under that cab like a shot from a gun. The sky was black with them, hundreds of them. Chasers ripping up the road, trucks going up like matchwood, and me lying underneath paralysed with fear. And I suddenly realised I was lying underneath 5 tons of HE.
No.
So I scuttled across that desert like a little rabbit. Then 2 seconds later, up goes the truck like a firework.
How many medals did you get for that?
Jack, really? What an escape, Mr. Ogden.
Aye, well, I got some shrapnel in my leg and volunteered for the ambulance service to help me wounded comrades, you know.
Ambulance service. Oh,
That's right, to be near a doctor. I always said, the nearer you were to a doctor in wartime, the better off you were. Cheerio, I'll be seeing you.
ambulance service.
By gum, it was worth a week's pension to see the look on his face. Well, nobody's indispensable, not even him.
Oh, it does seem a shame, though, doesn't it? Because Mr. Swindler's always organised them things.
Ah, yes, but then he wasn't playing Gregory Peck to her Bet Davis, was he, then? So I think the over 60s clubs old Albert Tatlock have voted thanks.
Oh, who's there?
Oh, tell him you're shut.
Stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm sorry, but Clara...
It's all right, miss. I've just come for Freda.
Freda?
Ah, the girl you got working here.
Oh, we've got no Freda here.
I know, she's fairly tall, got long red hair. At least it was last time I saw it. A right little scrubber, and man-mad with it, too.
Oh, she's not as bad as all that. Oh, well, I suppose you're here to cash in on her man-madness, is that it? I'll tell you one thing, that girl's a right nice girl if she's in the right company.
Thought you were going, missus. I think you're a nosy old Parker.
Yes, and it's fellas like you that make girls like her leave home. I've met yours.
Get out, will you? Get out! It's women like you that make men leave home, anyway. Right, now, where is she? They can't be too like our kid.
Your kid?
Ah, your Irma's our Freda. And I'm her dad.
And again, right round. Right round. Oh, I think that'll be about right, don't you?
Aye, it'll do. Ta. I'll sew it while I'm sitting.
You wouldn't like to borrow my dressing gown? I know it swamps you, but it's better than nout.
Oh, no, it won't take me 5 minutes.
Well, all I hope is Ken Barlow doesn't come marching in now.
Well, he's married, isn't he?
Who do you go out with, Ken? Anybody special?
Oh, they come and they go. The ones I like don't like me, and vice versa.
Yeah. If they like you and you like them, there's always some little snag, like a wife or something.
Oh, well, I don't reckon any of them's worth losing your sleep over.
You're a bit young to be saying that, aren't you?
Oh, I never said I don't like fellas. I do. I like going out with them and having a good time and that, but I wouldn't do me nut over none of them.
Tell you what, it'll hit you when you're not looking. You'll probably fall for some dirty big lug who's not worth it anyway.
No, not me. I made my mind up about that a long time ago. I mean, what does happen when you let yourself get all dewy-eyed over some bloke? You scrimp and you scrape through the rest of your life once the honeymoon's over. You've got bawling kids him out at the pub with its mates every blooming night. What's that for a lark?
Well, it's not much, I grant you, but it's the best they've come up with up to now.
Oh, is it, X? Stay single and enjoy yourself.
Listen, kid, if I can have myself a beau for the next few years, I won't mind settling down with me knitting and me cat afterwards. At least I'll have me memories, which is more than can be said for some of them round here.
Write me name on your plaster so that you'll remember your holiday.
You know, I do think that sort of remark is quite uncalled for, Mr. Fairclough. I've had a very great deal of pain with this wrist, and I would very much rather that I was straight and
love, I was only having a joke. I know it was a bad accident.
Of course it were. So shut up, will you, and have a look at that.
By the heck, you've got more going on at this blinking bazaar than they've got in the New York World's Fair.
Let me see. Oh, yes, you have been busy.
Hey, I tell you what you haven't got, though, a knobbly knees contest. You can't have a bazaar without a knobbly knees contest.
He's only pushing that because he knows he'll win hands down.
Yeah. Knees down, you mean, don't you? My knees haven't... I'm not entering for that thing, mate. My knees haven't been the same since I went down that walking race with Jerry Booth. I'll organise it for you, though.
Right, Len, you're on.
I've always thought that sort of contest rather vulgar.
Nay, Annie, it's no but a bit of good, clean fun.
He's dead right. The gentleman is dead right. And just to show what a sport he is, I think he'll be the first to put his name down, won't you, mate? Come on, let's have a look. Come on, let's have a shofty what we've got, eh? Come on, get up, and I bet you're not hiding your light under a bush.
No. Hey, get off there. Go on, you want to have a chat?
Go on, man, you're too old for it.
You're next, Danny. Long walk to the beach, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's a knobbly knees contest, and to the old folks. Do you feel like joining the list?
My knees aren't knobbly, mate. They're straight and beautiful like me. Now cough. Hey, that lass I was asking you about.
Oh, Irma?
Yeah, do you know where she lives?
Oh, yeah, well, do you fancy her and all, mate? What a lovely little darling she is. Get your arms round there. Ooh,
how do you do? I'm a dad. Shocking, isn't it?
Well, if you're looking for her now, she's at Elsie Tanner's, number 11, down the road.
Oh, thanks, mate. Well, I've just got time for a quick one before I go.
Joe Soap again. Give him a pint.
Really, Jack, I do think he might have told us.
You're dead fancy. Hey, well, mind what you're doing, won't you? Don't want them falling down in the night.
Hey, I've been here where these are from. When I went to stay with Conceptus folks when they was on their honeymoon.
Must be a lovely part of the country.
Ireland. it's nice enough, I suppose. Not for me, though. Hey, will you chuck us another couple of cans? So go on, what was you telling Val about Irma?
Oh, it was nothing much, except that Dad come looking for her.
Hey, Shriva. Lucky beggar.
Well, I've no idea. All I know is that he called Mrs. Sharples an old bat of a nosy Parker.
Swing
He
it.
did. You should have seen her face.
Cracked a bit. Hey, what's this? It's got money in it.
Hey, Lucille, you know what this is?
Hey, I wonder how much there's in it.
Well, that's now to do with it. This is a wage packet. Hey, there's some fella in Ireland going to be sick with worry over this. Fancy losing your wage packet and a packet of tin peas.
I dare say it does come a bit hard, doesn't it?
Ah, Mr. Sharples.
Bit of a different story when you're the one that's doing the work instead of the one that's telling others to do it.
Oh, I've never been afraid of physical labour within my somewhat limited capacity. It's very warm in here. None of us is getting any younger.
Oh, I'm not saying you're not above shifting a few chairs about. It's just the loss of dignity that's getting you down.
There's nothing undignified about honest toil.
No, as long as you're not the one that's doing it. Mind you, I'm not suggesting for one moment that you're lazy. In fact, I don't think you are.
Thank you.
But you've just got used to being the little oracle around here. You're so used to giving everybody else the orders that you're not quite so big when it comes to taking them.
Some are born to lead, Mr. Sharples. Others to follow. The one burden is as great, if not greater, than the other.
Isn't as if he was making a mess of it, neither.
Who?
Albert Tatlock. He's making a very good job of it, better than I'd have given him credit for.
I'm not denying that.
Well, then, why don't you swallow your pride and muck him like everybody else?
I am doing.
Yes, and acting like one of the holy martyrs going to the gallows while you're at it here. Put a 2-bob ticket on them. You know, it's all very well being the kingpin round here while you've got naught else on your mind. When you've got 24 hours in the day to give other folks orders. I think we'll try for 9pence on them. But you've taken on new responsibilities now, you know. You've got a wife and a home to look to. You'll just have to get used to stepping down a bit and giving other folks a look in for a change. I think we'll put 5 bob on that.
I've always felt, perhaps somewhat fancifully, that I had a sort of paternal relationship with these people. I've always tried to be a good father to my little flock. Like to feel that they needed me.
Or you needed them, I wonder which. Look, what do you feel is a blooming sorry for yourself over any road? You've got the love of a good woman, and a king gave up his throne for that, let alone a tuppeny-halfpenny lay preacher like you.
Oh, I'm not implying, Mr. Sharples,
You have
that...
no need to imply anything, Leonard Swindley. I've got your measure.
Hello? Somebody see you?
Right. So you've chucked it, have you?
Ah, well, enough's enough. I was getting tired, weren't I?
Oh, that's going to leave a trail of broke nights up and down the country.
They'll get over it. Cause a spade a shovel is our Freda, you know. Takes after her dad.
Look, if you want me, love, I'll be outside in the back. I've got some washing to bring in.
Who's your mate, Freda?
Oh, it's Irma, if you don't mind. I changed my name when I left home.
OK, kid. I didn't like Freda much myself. That was your mum's choice.
Well, you wasn't around to give her any advice.
There was a war on, remember? I was out there fighting for me king and country. Fighting for you lot. And she had to give you a German name. She's a bit of all right, that Elsie.
Aye, keep your thieving eyes to yourself, because I'm warning you now, you won't get to first base with Elsie.
Me? I'm back with your mum, I told you.
Aye, just like that, after all the strokes you've pulled.
Ah, well, I'm tired. I want somewhere to hang me out.
She's always been daft where you was concerned.
Look, it's always been your mum. I've always come back to your mum, the kids and you. And with money in my pocket.
Ah, well, what do you want?
I want us back together. Mum, me, you and the kids.
Oh, get away. Didn't think you'd notice they'd gone.
Well, you haven't got into trouble, have you? Well, then. Look, your mum wants you back. She's missed you.
Ah, I dare say she has.
Well, then.
Oh, look, what's the use? Be all right for a few weeks and you'd be off again and my mama'd have to get a job. The kids would start playing own knit, the same 2 and 9 all over again. At least on my own, I've got a bit of peace and quiet.
Look, will you stop worrying, kid? Look, learn to live. Up the Ogdens, remember?
The dirty, stinking Ogdens.
Well, what do you say? Oh, come on, Freda. Look, your mum's dead set on us having a place of our own altogether.
Oh, if I could just think that you mean it.
I do.
Look, excuse me for butting in, but if you really mean it about getting a place round here, as a matter of fact, there's a house for sale just next door.
Oh, it's Jerry Booth.
Yeah, it's a smashing little place. The boy did a lot to it, though I say it myself. It's very nice.
Right, Stan. There's your chance, if you really mean it.
Mean it? Of course I mean it. Right, old darling. Who do I pay me money to?